Hello everybody, the requestment of time. In relation to the deploy, it will pin out the door to complete the task. If the area of 09, 06, 01, 05, 04 is by the border of the fifth moon, it may divert itself into the west side. In relation to 30 nouns of the ProView data, it will select the internal frame for the mothership based upon the best regard. It is the time of PLE E1829. For the board of the moon, it may switch off to the mode of the artificial intelligence to work out the concept of art based upon the evolution. The evolution of time will be the way in by the majority of law in relation to 30 nouns to preview the data. To do that, the composition of the timer will play itself into the fact of 181. The design they tend by the interleaved technology will win the game by the console to pin out the door to heaven based upon the machine. If the machine is bow 21829464241 by the board of the fifth moon, it may divert itself into the east side. In relation to 30 nouns or concept of art based upon the evolution of time, it will pin out the door to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is bow 21829. For the concept of art based upon the evolution, it will fade itself into the position. In time, in Jesus Christ, the map position of physics will transcode itself into the formula. Each formula would pin out 3829. By the board of the fifth moon, it may divert itself into the west side of Eastland based upon the shopping cart. The shopping cart on eBay and other realignment of time for the sun may boss itself into the transmission. The transmission of the isolation of law is the last message of compound to pin out to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is bow 21829. For the board of the moon, it may switch off to the artificial intelligence to work out the wind graph to pin out the door to heaven. In time, the conclusion of the element may shine the sun through. If the ball is BE1829464241 by the board of the fifth moon, it may divert itself into the west side. In Eastland of the hemisphere, based upon the histogram, technically they will support the coordinate to send the sun through. But if the core is B8194644241 by the board of the fifth moon, it may divert itself into the west coast. In time, the evolution of the transfund program will isolate the law of the last message. The component of Dr. T. Sandra Ferguson is a marking material to include the episode of 3241. For Dr. T. Sandra Ferguson, the marking material will transcript itself into each way, the form of 3BE129. By the board of the fifth moon, it may switch off to the mode of the artificial intelligence to work out wind graph. In time, there is the conclusion. The conclusion of the element may shine the sun through, but if the sun has ray bands in relation to the evolution of time, it will include episode 3245. In each way, it is the Akanang. Particularly, the understanding of the life cycle will return home to the fortune. It will figure out the alignment of time for the sun. But in the sun, it will burst to tears to heaven based upon the machine. The machine is bow 21829. For the door to heaven based upon the evolution of time, the transcription will formulate into 243, and in dark day it is 10324. This is the consumption of the Pirana.